Hi! So my friend Lindsay tagged me in a video ages ago now and I'm just finally getting around to filming my version. So it's the Disney Songbook TV tag. So the original questions for this video were all about books, then Lindsay tweaked it slightly so that it was about TV. And like Lindsay, I couldn't really do a book version because even though I do read quite a lot, I don't read a lot of fiction, to be honest, so it would be quite hard to come up with answers, whereas I do watch a lot of TV, so the TV one was super easy to do. As it's a Disney themed video, it's a good excuse to dig out my Minnie Mouse ears. My cousin bought me these when I went to Disneyland Paris for my 30th birthday earlier this year. It's the only opportunity I've had to wear them since then, so I'm definitely going to take it. I'm also wearing a Mickey Mouse jumper as well. So I've got the questions on my phone here, just to kind of explain a little bit about what this video is if you haven't seen one of them before. Each question is basically related to a Disney song, and in this version I'm doing the answers about TV shows. You'll probably understand as I start going through the questions. It's a bit of a hard one to actually explain. But basically the first question is, part of your world. So part of your world is a song from Little Mermaid. What book were, oh god, right, okay. All these questions are obviously book themed. I'm gonna have to think about what I'm reading before I read it. What TV world would you change for yourself so you could be a part of that world? So basically what TV show would I like to be a part of? So I've got two answers for this. The first one is the New Girl loft. So I would love to live in a flat with Jess, Nick, Schmidt, Coach and Winston. I think they would be amazing flatmates and I would have a lot of fun living there. And also I kind of fancy Nick, so I think if I lived with him then it's more likely that, you know, he would fall in love with me and we'd get married and all that. Although given that he's Jess's ex-boyfriend, it might be a bit tricky because I do like her and I'd want to be her friend. But in general, I think we would have fun all living together. So that's a show I would like to be a part of. Less realistic answer, I would love to be a part of the Doctor Who world. Getting to be the Doctor's companion and like going travelling around, I was going to say the world, the universe really, visiting all these planets and like saving people. It would just be really cool. If I had to pick like a doctor to be with, it would probably be the current one, so Peter Capaldi's Doctor. And actually I would really love to be with him and Clara because Clara has been my favourite companion. I really like her, and again, you know, I think we could be good friends, make a good little team. So I would love to be part of the Doctor Who world. It would be pretty interesting, as long as I, you know, didn't die. The second question is Let It Go, and it's about which TV show did you not want to finish because you loved it so much. Again, I've got two answers for this. So the first one is the US Office, and I was actually quite hesitant to start watching this because I love the UK Office so much and I kind of thought like, oh, they're gonna do a crap job. How can they do an American version of The Office? But it ended up being one of my absolute favourite TV shows. I loved all of the characters. It's really, you know, it's not like a carbon copy of the UK Office, which is what I worried it would be. It's just a great series with great characters, and I was really sad when it ended because I was just still really invested in the storylines, and I feel like it's one of those things that they probably could have kept it going for ages because there's so many different characters that there's so many different ways they could have taken it. So I was quite sad when that finished, and it's also one that I easily can sit and binge watch like an entire series in like a day. Actually, I can't anymore because Netflix have taken it off. Damn you, Netflix. Another one is Breaking Bad. Again, binged watched that, and it was one of those ones where at the end of every episode it was like, oh, I have to see what happens next. I really want to watch the next one. And even though I think they did end it at the right point, it is one where I kind of still didn't want to get to that point because you know that that's it over. Although I'm quite enjoying how they're doing like the Better Call Saul and spin-offs like that. I think that's a good way to kind of continue those characters and things without actually, you know, digging back into the whole Breaking Bad storyline. The next question is Beauty and the Beast. What TV show do you think is or will be timeless? This is an easy one. Friends. I think it, you know, it's been around now for, God, how many years? Like, it finished in 2003, so that's 12 years ago, and it's just still so funny. I still watch it every week. It's on Comedy Central every day and every weekend. Generally it's like, get up in the morning and just stick Friends on for a couple of hours while we're getting ready and doing stuff around the house. It's still really funny, and even though I've seen each episode probably hundreds of times, I can still sit down and watch any episode and laugh at some point in it. I love it so much. I do think though, like now when you watch it back, there's some things that they just would not get away with now. Like there seems to be an awful lot of gay jokes in it. Like if you watch it with like looking out for that, you will notice it all the time. Like there's all constant jokes about like Chandler being gay. There's like a bit of like transphobia through it as well. You know, think of all the jokes and stuff that were around, like Chandler's dad who became a woman, and stuff like that. You know, like it's not very tolerant basically, but at the time it you know, that wasn't a big deal. But looking back now, you imagine some of those episodes were made today as part of a new show, you'd kind of be like, oh my god, what are these guys doing? The next one is, so this is love. So what TV show were you hesitant to watch at first but ended up loving? Yeah, for me there are two, and that's Gossip Girl and Pretty Little Liars, and the reason is exactly the same for both. I just thought these are going to be shit. I kind of just expected them to be like crap, like teen TV shows, and just absolutely not for me. And I gave in for exactly the same reason for both of them. And it was because so many people I follow were chatting about the shows on Twitter, and I'm one of those people that if lots of people are talking about something on Twitter, I just have to know what it is they're talking about. So when like Gossip Girl ended and it was revealed who was Gossip Girl, everyone was talking about it, and I was like, right, I need to watch this show because I need to understand what it is these people are talking about. And then the same with the whole like who's A thing. I was like, right, you know what, I'm just going to give in and watch an episode. And with both of those series, after I watched the first episode, I was like, actually, this is better than I thought it would be. And then I ended up binge watching the entire series. So with Pretty Little Liars, I think I got up to date by the time the last series started. I'm now ready to watch like 6B, which is coming back in January, and I completely love it. I just assumed that they'd be rubbish because I thought I was better than that, but apparently I'm not. Next question is, friend like me, which character would you like to be your best friend? I think I have the exact same answer as Lindsay for this one, and that is Leslie Knope from Parks and Recreation. She is just an amazing character and would be the best friend you could ever have. She just has so much time for all of her friends. She knows everything about them. She is just always there to like make them feel good about themselves and will help you in any situation. And I just think she would be an amazing friend to have. Actually, if you've watched my wedding video, you'll know that Leslie Knope was one of our table names because we named the tables after our favourite sitcom characters. So yeah, would definitely be my best friend if I was able to move a TV character into my real life world. Next question is reflection. What book really made you think or change, again, book. What TV show really made you think or change the way that you view things? I kind of struggle to think of an answer to this one, to be honest, because I can't really think of a show that's made me like really change my opinions on something, but there's a couple of shows that have got me more interested in things that I wasn't interested in before. So The Thick of It, which is a comedy, got me more interested in politics, like funnily enough. Because yeah, I'd always been one of those people like through like my teens and 20s who was just like, I don't care about politics, I don't want to hear about it, I'm not interested in it. And through kind of watching this, I kind of became just more interested in the whole like you know, I was going to say the politics of politics, but you know what I mean, like the kind of behind the scenes stuff and like all the drama that's going on, which I've got a friend that works at Westminster, and she says a lot of what happens behind the scenes is quite similar to what you see on The Thick of It. And that kind of got me a bit more interested in that, and now I'm not saying like I'm really, really interested in politics, but I pay attention to what's happening, and I will, you know, watch Question Time on occasion and stuff as well. So I feel like it kind of helped me become a bit more clued up on that sort of stuff, even though it's obviously not real. And then last question is just Colours of the Wind. Who do you tag? I'm going to tag Charlotte from Colours and Carousels, Jenny from Jack in the Box, Gillian from Elevator Music. I'm trying to think of anyone who would be interested in talking about TV. Rebecca Smile and Erin from Beauty Creep. All Scottish people. That's really bad, isn't it? Like, in fact, I added like a, you know, next to your channel you can have like a little list of like you can pick other channels to put in there, and I just basically put like every other Scottish YouTuber that I have on my list. So yeah, I'm very territorial when it comes to who I will recommend. Scottish people only, clearly. Not really, obviously, but yes, for this purposes I've picked a bunch of other Scottish YouTubers. So yeah, If you'd like to do this tag, then please do. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. If anyone looks through the window and sees me here out of context, I look mental.